Hey guys, it's Redstone here. Oh my god, it's been 1 month in school. I've made it, at least for 1 month. But seriously, it has been one of the best months of my life, and I'm gonna explain why. Um, but first things first, I'm very sorry about not uploading, high school. It's high school, like, seriously. But seriously, guys, I have not had really any motivation to come back to this channel, especially because a lot of my subscribers are looking for 3D printing videos and not these vlog type of videos. And, I've kind of strayed away from 3D printing a little bit. So I'm very sorry about that. I am gonna try to get back on it. I actually have a French project that I'm gonna do a video about. I'm printing the Eiffel Tower, so that's gonna be fun. But seriously, I'm gonna talk about what school is like, how everything is going, how everything is, how everything is doing, and things like that. So basically, I go to a very big public school. It's called Redondo Union High School, or RUHS, and I've got permission. I can disclose this information. Again, I can't disclose everything because Redondo is a pretty strict school about that stuff. So again, if I'm not specific about what I can say, I'm sorry about that. I was just not allowed to. So it's called Redondo Union, the home of the Seahawks, and basically the school is awesome. If you live in the district, you're gonna like the school a lot. And I've heard similar things by people I talk to. It's not just me who's having a good experience with the school. A lot of people are. Not only is it public, it's one of the biggest schools in the U.S. and it is also one of the best. It's one of the most gorgeous schools ever. If you look on like maps and stuff and you look at it, it's so pretty. It's really gorgeous, and I really do like that school. And it's a really gorgeous school. Now there is a couple things I do not like about it, but there's also things I really love about it. So I'm going to start out with those. The teachers. The teachers are awesome. Now I can't disclose their names, but I really, really do like the teachers at my school. My French teacher, my English teacher, my algebra teacher, my teachers in general are just awesome. And my I can't say enough as many good things about my teachers. They're amazing. So just be aware of that. The teachers are great. From the small sample size I've had so far, which was about a month. Another thing I like about it is the food. The food's really, really good. I found it's actually better than most other schools, and the sandwiches actually have taste. So that's good. The peanut butter and jelly has taste. They have a bunch of different options, which is awesome. So yeah. So that those are two great things. I have another great thing about this school. It's overall school spirit. The school spirit there is very, very, very strong, and that's one thing I really, really like about the school. The school spirit is awesome. Not only do they represent the Seahawk a lot, they actually at the end of morning announcements are like, "Keep on soaring, Seahawks," and they say that every single time. And it's really amazing. Like you dress up in spirit wear, sometimes, and it's just awesome experience. Um, when I first went to orientation, all like the sophomores, juniors, and seniors were all there, clapping your hand, cheering for you when you came into the school. It was a really, really great experience, and it really made me feel welcome. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, so the school spirit's amazing. They have rallies. They have, you know, just amazing. It's really great. Their sports teams are doing fantastic, and it's just so great. And one thing that I kind of like and kind of don't like is the size. The size of the school is awesome. It's a blessing and a curse, right? I'll tell you why it's a curse. But the size of the school is awesome. There's a lot of kids, a lot of space. I like it a lot. My previous school was very, very small. Going to this school, people are like, it's going to be very hard to adjust. I got adjusted in the first 2 days. I really didn't look back. It's not much worse. If you're coming from a private school going to a public school, it's not much worse than if you go to the pier, if you go to the beach. It's not much worse than that. It's going to be about the same amount of crowd. You just follow the line. That's all you do. You just follow the crowd, and you'll be fine. Um, and yeah, so that's one great thing about this school. There's so many great things, but the size is also pretty good. There's also a disadvantage. So now this is where I'm gonna get to the things I do not really like. There's not really many because I actually do like everything. A lot of the things that RUHS is doing. Like if I had to rate the school, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. I think that's really good for a public high school. So far, right? It's only been a month, but again, I say so far. Well, I mean, if my year is gonna go like this for the next 8 months, then I'm fine, right? Hopefully. One thing I do not really like is desks. Now, this is not just RUHS. This is pretty much any public high school. Public high schools need to change up their desks. I don't care what anyone says. You you need to change up the desks. They're stupid uncomfortable, especially with a block schedule, which I will get into and why I love it a lot. The block schedule, you're in class for about an hour and 50 minutes, and sitting in that desk for an hour and 50 minutes is the most uncomfortable thing ever. Even after a month, I've not gotten used to it. It's super uncomfortable. And I personally do not get why they don't just put better back support on the chairs. Or how about this idea? Have them separated. Huh? How about that? How about that, schools? Like, seriously, I don't get it. I get that it's cheaper to buy a chair and a desk combo, but at the same time, like, you can spend money on all of these things, yet the desk where the students can be there most of the day is overlooked, and I that's something I can't stand. Now that's just not RUHS. Again, I'm not calling them out. I'm calling out every single public high school that has these desks because they're terrible. I'm sorry, they just are. At least in my experience. Um, they have no cubbies. You can't put pencils anywhere. They're as basic and bare bone as you can get, pretty much. Um, One thing that's a minor annoyance at best is the size in terms of walking around. To get to class, they give you about 10 minutes, which is plenty of time. But my problem with it is how uphill Redondo is. So coming from drama class, the hill is about this steep. So you're pretty much walking up a hill the entire time, which might not be bad at first impression, but when you have a backpack filled with 50 pounds worth of books, it gets annoying after a while, trust me. So yeah, that's one minor annoyance, but again, it's a minor annoyance at best. So those are pretty much the only bad things I can say about the school. I mean, there's really nothing bad. Now there's some like mediocre or like inconvenient parts about the school, which again I'm not allowed to disclose. But again, it's really, 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 really good school. If you guys are debating if you want to go there, if you live in the district, I would recommend it. It varies between people to people. I heard some people have hated it. I heard some people love it. So it really depends on who you are. If you're an academically focused person, all you care about is academics, this is probably not the school for you. If you're focused on academics only, if you care about academics only, you don't care about social, you're just one of those kids who brags about his grades all day, which you should not be. I'm just saying, if you're really, really intelligent, I would recommend going into an intelligent school that's meant for you. This school is not meant for really intelligent kids. It's meant for intelligent kids. Don't get me wrong. Every kid in that school is super intelligent. I'm just saying that it's if you're above and beyond that, if you're like really, really intelligent or very, very smart, I would recommend a different school. But then again, they do have harder classes to challenge you. It just depends on who you are. And one thing that I really do like is diversity and the amount of classes they have to suit different people's needs. If you need help in biology, you need help in anything, they will give you extra help. They'll have extra support for you. They'll put you in a different class, or maybe an easier biology class, or something like that. So the diversity is awesome. You see all different types of kids there, which I find amazing. So it's not just like white kids, guys. There's actually a lot of different cultures there, and it's quite amazing that a school is able to do that. Um, and one thing that Redondo actually takes huge effect to is bullying. There is no bullying happening. If there is, they're getting suspended. That's how much they care about bullying at that school. If you get bullied, you pretty much will get suspended. I think you get a warning at first, and then you get suspended. But bullying is not tolerated at RUHS. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. It's not. If you're a bully, then stay out of that school because you're going to be kicked out pretty much immediately. I have not got bullied yet at all. People have just been nice to me. So I feel like this effect is really, really coming down. Also, another thing that kids actually do decently well is pick up after themselves. I mean, some high schools look like a filthy mess right after like lunch or something. They do a decent job of picking up after themselves. Now, it's not great. There's still trash and food on the floor, but it's way, way, way better than I was expecting it to be. So, congrats. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I will be making another video pretty shortly about how high schools need to change up their desks because it's ridiculous. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!